Have you made me co-host?
Okay.
You're right,
Great.
baby.
All right. Well, it's me. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Amanda. This is Rosie.
Hello.
We are fairly new to the patch way of living. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be talking about tonight LifeWave. If anyone hasn't heard of that, it's an amazing company that has these patches that you can apply to your skin. This is just a pack we have here, and you wear them every day. It's literally just a little patch. And we've had some amazing results from it, both Rosie and I have. So this webinar is basically just a information session, an introduction, just so that people can get an idea as to what the product is and if it's for you. And also a chance for Arlene, who's also here tonight, and Merle to share some stories and testimonies from other people that have had some amazing results, which, you know, if you were to research, you would find them everywhere. So there's heaps of stories. For me personally, and Rosie probably, well, definitely, I know that. We've had some really instant results. So I'm 46 years old and I've been going grey for the last 6 years, and my hair colour is starting to come back, which is super exciting. I'm also sleeping really, really well. Usually I'd be getting sort of 6 hours sleep, and I sleep really lightly. So if the dog barks or there's, you know, sort of high wind or something like that, I'd be waking up in the night, whereas now I'm going to sleep and I'm not waking up until it's actually time to get up, like to my alarm clock. So that's been a real huge difference for me. My nails are getting thicker and stronger. Like there's just a general overwhelming sense of feeling good. And I know that's, yeah, and definitely more energy. Yeah. I know Rosie's had some experiences herself as well. So yeah, so I just wanted to pass it over to Arlene, who introduced us to the patches and who can probably shed a bit more light on it than I can. So yeah, welcome everyone, and take it away, Arlene.
Hi, everybody. It's just so lovely to have you here tonight. I got into the patches because of Merle, and she was doing this thing and mentioned it. And I was actually looking for something that was going to help me with osteoporosis, because I have osteoporosis. And I'd had a journey with cancer and heart surgery. So I was looking for something to strengthen that, and also for something that was going to actually provide a secondary income. Having had 5 months off with no work, I became aware that working hour by hour was not going to be a solution. I did have to look for something else. So I was on another meeting, and Merle was there and did this brief little, her LifeWave business, and just everything in me went, I got to talk to her about that. Anyway, I'm very grateful I did, because since being on the patches only since December, my hair, I'm wearing it out today because I've never had hair like this before. All of this here is my natural color, and anybody who knows me, I was going Snow White, and this is, I don't know, this is amazing. My blood pressure is normal. I'm sleeping better. My mother's blood pressure is normal. And I actually went to my homeopath and my naturopath recently, and he ran a scan and he did my live blood analysis and my dark field analysis. Now, remembering that I had open heart surgery and double mastectomy barely a year and a half ago, I had inflamed liver and all sorts of other conditions going, that you do after cancer. And it was really remarkable to have a look and watch my blood and see that my cancer levels are, well, they're non-existent. My inflammation was right down, almost non-existent. My liver is functioning normally. My gallbladder is functioning normally. It's absolutely incredible. My naturopath was so terribly excited. He's actually starting the patches. So I'm going to hand you over to the beautiful Merle. Merle actually started this business. What's it been, a year and a half, 2 years now?
December 22.
Yeah. And I'm going to let her tell you about her story, but she's already a presidential director, and I've seen what Merle's earning every week, and I just about fell over. But yeah, Merle has been a fantastic mentor, as has Harvey. And yeah, I'm just going to hand over to Merle and let Merle take the seat.
Thanks so much, Eileen. So as Eileen said, ask me, I came into LifeWave in December 2022. And Eileen and I know each other as we've both been life alignment therapists for nearly 30 years, so very long time. And I was looking for healing. I wasn't looking for anything else at the time. But what I found was the most incredible product. The results are absolutely phenomenal. As you maybe heard before the call started, I was talking about somebody who's walking for the first time, although it's in an exoskeleton, in 17 years. And we see stories like that every single day. The results are phenomenal, but so is the financial opportunity. Eileen calls it her little green numbers, but we'll talk more about the little green numbers later. So should we start with the presentation and then we can go into all the rest? So am I co-host, Eileen? Can I share? Perfect. No, it says host. Okay, can I? No. Now I can. Okay. I couldn't, now I can. Perfect. Right, so you're seeing just the have you been patched yet? Perfect. So when we start looking at any kind of presentation, we ask, have you been patched yet? So now if you've heard Amanda and Rosie have been patched, and Eileen has, and I think there might be other people on the call who've also been patched, but let's have a look at what patching is all about. So we can't look at LifeWave without looking at David Schmidt, who is our CEO and inventor of X39. X39 is the patch we're going to focus on today, although there are other patches in the company. We have over 130, well, David has over 130 patents on X39. There are more, he stopped counting at 130. He specialized in age reversing. So in 2008, the pharmaceutical industry was all looking at stem cells, and David thought that there had to be a way which could activate the body to produce its own stem cells. The patent took him 10 years and 4.5 million to bring to market. So what does the patent say? It says it's an embodiment as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvement in energy, and an elevation on antioxidants. So a reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. Now, it's really exciting because you can't have a patent if you can't prove what you say. And when you have a patent, no other company can share what you're doing. So that's all really, really exciting. And stem cells are so important. I mean, as a fetus, we are a bundle of stem cells. The stem cells divide into all the different organs, and stem cells can become any organ, any gland, skin, nails, whatever it is. So when you don't have stem cells, your body can't repair. So I'm just adding that because I've realized, again, over the last few presentations, that not everybody knows why it's so important to have stem cells. And some of you may know that it's become a big trend when babies are born, that the parents save the stem cells from the umbilical cord in case there's a health issue, they can use those. But in this case, we are activating the stem cells that are in our bodies. We're not putting in anything from anywhere else. These are our own stem cells. So with X39 stem cell activation patches, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. So hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging. By the time you get to 30, and this was something, even though I've been a therapist for years, I didn't know that by the time you get to 30, only half your stem cells are active. And by 60, you lose almost all stem cell activity. Now, I turned 58 this month. So if I hadn't started patching in December 22, I don't quite know where I would be, but I can keep up with most 30-year-olds quite easily. So how does X39 work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. So phototherapy is light therapy. If we think about the simplest forms, when children are born or babies are born with jaundice, they put under lights. That's phototherapy. Your physios and chiros use lights to treat you, infrared lights. That's phototherapy. But in this case, it's the light that's emanating from the body. So it's a patented nanocrystal technology, which means it's the smallest sized crystals you can get. It's not the kind you'd use on your desk as a paperweight. It's a tiny little patch that's really absolutely minute. The crystals are made of amino acids, glucose, and salts. And They are activated by the light coming off your body. So the infrared light that comes off your body is what activates them. They're non-transdermal, there are no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, and they're non-invasive. So they just reflect a frequency back into the body. That frequency activates your own stem cells, whether it be new stem cells or activates the stem cells that you already have. So that's what we're looking at. Now, the benefits of X39. If you look at this list of 8 benefits, you may think, oh, I need 1 or 2 of those. Or perhaps you think you need all 8. So the first one we're looking at is increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity, restores muscle or skeletal condition, improvement of sleep. And I know at the beginning, Amanda said that her sleep has improved dramatically, and improved skin appearance. So all of those things can change while you're patching. So we achieve an optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, this is very exciting because this is a topography map of a 77-year-old woman's brain. So if you look at this, you can see that in session 1, the lady's brain is very inflamed. That red area is all inflammation. There's no brain coherence at all, and she has not been patched yet. By session 2, so they do another scan 3 weeks later, she's been on X39 for only 3 weeks. And in only 3 weeks, all that inflammation is gone and there's improved brain coherence. Session 3, which is 6 weeks, so 6 weeks of patching, there's a complete turnaround and there's better brain coherence. So when she started, the brain was hyperactive. It's calmed down dramatically by her second scan. And 6 weeks on, it's remained calm, which is absolutely incredible. And the amazing thing is that we can see it. So there's scans, you can see it. There are also blood tests, of course, and other things that can prove what's happening in the body. So what are the long-term results of X39? So in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, as we've just seen, the brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. And collagen is not just important for what is happening outside your body. Everybody thinks collagen, it's a big buzz. Take collagen, your skin's going to improve, your nails going to improve, but this is your own collagen. In your own collagen, there are like 8 types of collagen, where when you're taking a collagen supplement, you can only get 2 of the 8 types. And that's going to work on maybe your skin and your nails, but the collagen that our bodies are making is going to work on your digestive system. If you've got something like leaky gut, your cartilage, your joints, all of those aches and pains are going to go because now you are producing collagen. So it's going to make you feel and look much younger. Within 6 months, your heart reverses in age by up to 8 years. And again, there are studies that show that, which is very exciting, which is why David Schmidt says it's not anti-aging, it's actually age reversing, because we're not stopping the age now. So if when I started patching, I was 56. I didn't stop at 56, I've aged backwards, which is an incredibly exciting thing. And I even had a phone call from a client when I changed my profile picture, asking if I'd had a facelift. And no, I haven't had a facelift. You see, the aging backwards even applies to how we look. So how do we wear our X39? We wear our patch 12 hours on and then 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. And that's because of something called attenuation. If you had it on for 24 hours at a time, your body wouldn't repair, and your body would get too used to the frequency, and so it wouldn't be activating the stem cells. But like caffeine, you drink coffee all day, your body gets too used to it, and you need more and more to give you that caffeine buzz. Then when you take the patch off, you throw it away, or a lot of people put it onto their pets, which you can do as well. You put a new patch on the next day and you repeat. Now you can wear more than 1 patch at a time because we do have other patches. Patches like Eon, which works on inflammation, IceWave for pain. You could wear Silent Night at Night, which is a sleep patch. So there are a whole lot of different patches that you could be wearing. You need to drink plenty of water, and if you can add electrolytes every day, so much the better. So X39 is so sophisticated, yet it's so simple to explain. The testimonies of X39 are life-changing and emotional. And the best thing about X39 is it absolutely works. So I'm going to stop sharing at this point and see who would like to share their story. So if there's somebody who has a patching story and they'd like to share, it'd be wonderful if they put their hand up. Otherwise, maybe I'm going to nominate somebody. Eileen, is there anybody on the call that you know has a story? Elodie, you have an amazing story from yesterday. Can you
Yes, hi, sorry, I was just doing everything. Hello, Aline. Yeah, basically, I must just find it. I've one of my downlines. She was in a car accident many years ago and tried everything, and been going to a bio. And yesterday, the day before yesterday, she sent me a video through to say it's the first time in 12 years that she could do something like this. So I'm just going to show you her video. I don't know. Can you see? Okay, I'm gonna.
Try to put your hand to stop the light. Now bring it across. You know, we can't see the. You got to bring it in front of the screen. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it.
Okay, now I'm gonna play it now. Okay.
Yes. Okay. No, we can't see it again. There we go. We can see it now.
Is this long enough?
Perfect. Thanks,
Okay.
Elodie.
Yeah,
and she's
so
been patching since?
Sorry, Merle. Okay.
She's been patching since?
She's been patching now for 5 months. So yeah, just continue. And she's 62. So, and she said, even her doctors, her biokineticist, have therapists cannot believe the difference. And she's lighter, and that's why they decided to try this eco suit. So amazing. Just don't stop, even if you think it doesn't work.
Thanks, Elodie. I knew that when I saw you on, that had to be shared. So, does anybody else have something to share?
Maybe the other Rosie?
That would be good.
Rosie Adams?
Sorry, it's a bit dark. I might turn on the light and come back.
It's morning here and it's nighttime there. Different.
No, I've had a very tiring day. I thought I'd stay up until, well, I stayed up late and trying to check on a customer's order late last night. Oh, see, and my internet's terrible too. It's not even coming on. Yeah, and then they had the showers of stars at 3 a.m. So I stayed up, didn't I? That was a silly thing to do anyway. So I'm really feeling it now. Anyway, yeah, I've had some amazing stories, and one was inflammation of my stomach to the point where I couldn't eat. I was eating a quarter piece of toast for breakfast, and I was in so much pain that I didn't want to eat, and that was horrible. So a naturopath helped me. She started the ball rolling, but I still had no energy. This went on for 8 months, and I wasn't sure if I was going to come out of it. After patching for 5 days, I had this amazing energy. I still have to pinch myself, and I'm sorry, you can't even see me. I wonder if I turn it on. Turn it back on again. No. Oh, there we are.
We can see you now.
Sorry. I'm half asleep, don't mind me. Yeah, this amazing burst of energy, and it's been incredible, and it's been there ever since. And even though I have my off days where I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, but I've still got this energy inside. It's a very weird feeling. Besides that, my hair, I was losing a lot of hair. That stopped, thank God, and I'm hoping it'll grow back. I think it is a little bit. And what else? Oh, bursitis is another one. So I've had that for 20 years. I used to love sleeping on my right-hand side, and the pain would wake me up and it'd say, no, sleep on your left. And I remember one morning waking up and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping on my right, I'm fine, and I haven't had it back yet. So that's a real miracle. 20 years of bursitis is horrible. And also a lovely insect decided to bite me. I had photos, but I can't put them on Facebook. I'm not very good with IT anyway. Of my hand that was swollen. So I had a lump on this hand. So I couldn't move it properly. It was that swollen. And I put Eon on it. And after 1.5 hours, it went down. But there you go. Yeah, that's my story. Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Thanks, Rosie. That's amazing.
Thank
Incredible. And it just shows how the healing happens inside. So, you can start doing the right things, which we always need to do, the right nutrition, that if you have issues, but how the patches can heal the actual issue, because I'm sure that was probably leaky gut or something. So fantastic. All right, let's get on with the presentation. Right, so we need the next slide. Okay, so this is at info.com. If you are new to LifeWave and you haven't seen this site, I recommend taking a picture of the slide so that you can go and look at this. Is at info.com, where you're going to find a whole lot more information. So we've given you a brief overview of how the patches work, but on this is at info.com, you will find a video that explains how light activates the patches, a short video, it's all on YouTube, of David Schmidt talking. And then there's an interview with Dr. Dalen Stillman, who explains exactly how it's used in his practice. At the end, there's a panel, there's an interview with a panel of doctors. You will find the patents, you'll find medical studies, and you'll find lots more testimonials. So there's so much on that site. So go and have a look at it, because we belong to this as a team, and Steve and Gina Merritt put this amazing site together for us. So we obviously looking at a multi-level marketing company, and a lot of people have resistance to that. I know that when Eileen started, multi-level marketing wasn't her favorite thing. She now loves it. So we'll look at her, but she absolutely loves it now, as do I. And I mean, Lodi never marketed before, so a lot of us have either done it before and not being fans is the way to put it. We're never going to do it again. But how can we not? Because if it wasn't for word of mouth, people wouldn't know about LifeWave. If you walked into a pharmacy or a health shop, unless like my local pharmacy where they actually use patches in the clinic, you wouldn't know what this thing was on the shelf. Somebody has to tell you about their incredible story. And that is how you are going to, end up using LifeWave, whether it's as a customer or as a brand partner. So LifeWave is a 19-year-old company. We turned 20 this year. And that is incredible, because most network marketing companies don't make it past year number 4. So when you look at it as a very stable company, you're not joining something that's, might be gone tomorrow. It's not going to be. It's going to be here for a very long time. David Schmidt has incredible plans for where the company is going. It went from a $20 million company in 2021 to a $320 million company in 2022 and a $430 million company last year. I mean, that is incredible growth, and that's all since X39 was launched. And 2 of those years were during COVID. And that, I think, is when people really started looking at their health. And when X39 was launched, it was no longer a case of many medical professionals using the other patches in their practices. This now was something we could all share. And if you stuck an X39 on somebody, you were often bound to have a very quick result. Not everybody has instant results, like Elodie told you. Kimberly was months. We have other people who it's taken a year for their back pain to go, the bulging discs to go. But, you can be a one-patch wonder. Lodi was a one-patch wonder, 23 minutes, and she could lift her arm above her shoulder. So everybody is different. But we now open in over 75 countries. We're not a Me Too product, and that is what's so exciting. So a lot of multi-level marketing companies, they have a shake, they have a weight loss program, they've got skincare, they've got supplements. I mean, everybody has collagen now or CBD, but you can also buy it in your local health shop, your pharmacy, your budget pharmacies. In South Africa, we've got like Discount and Clicks. You're going to find things there. So people will buy from you if you're in a multi-level marketing company. And then when money's tight, they will go and buy it somewhere else because they can get their weight loss shake or their supplement somewhere else cheaper. It may not be as good a quality, but they can get it. So that's what's so exciting about LifeWave. You can only get it from us. Okay. Now, this is also so exciting, is that LifeWave is ranked as the #1 momentum company on businessforhome.org. And that is all about performance and income and how we've gone. And it's happened incredibly quickly. It's gone from 2018 to 2023. You can just see the growth on that graph. And most companies take years to get to #1, but we're #1 already. Now, as I said earlier, we belong to this is a team. And we had a conference at the beginning of the year. It was a virtual conference. and corporate came, and this is one of the slides they showed us, that last year, our team outperformed the rest of the company. Now, how amazing is that? If you join us, or if you're already in the team, you belong to the fastest growing team in the company with the most growth. LifeWave has also just been awarded the #1 growth company in the 2024 Global Bravo Awards. And that's Meredith, who's our president, and her corporate team receiving the award. They are on the right-hand side of the screen. On the left is at the team conference last year. There were over 3,000 people there. We watched it in South Africa. I had a whole group of people with me, and we watched it on streaming. So we watched it together, and we chatted through it, and we had dinner and did all the things that they did there, but obviously didn't go to the States for the 2-day conference. So there you can see David Schmidt on the left in the blue shirt. There's Gina Merritt in the striped pants suit. Then there's Meredith, our president, and then there's Steve Merritt. So that's who they are, if you're wondering who's in that slide. Now, what is most important in your life? Your family, your time freedom, your security. Do you want to travel? Do you want better health? Do you want less debt? When I joined LifeWave, I was all about the health. I had huge debt though. Thank you to COVID and being in South Africa and the fact that there was no support for anybody. But I wasn't focused on that. But because of the amazing product and the health benefits it's brought for people, I now have no debt at all. And in fact, things have changed dramatically for me. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing before we go into the comp plan, and I'm going to ask Eileen to share about what LifeWave as a business, as opposed to a product, has done for her.
Hi, well, that's been quite amazing, because I only started LifeWave in the very beginning of December, and I didn't get any patches until just before Christmas, actually, because I was away traveling, and it's Australia. It took 3 weeks for anything to get here. And what happened? I decided to just go for it. I decided if I was going to do this, there was going to be no fear. So I read testimonies, I read about everything, and I just decided to jump in with both feet. And suddenly people started signing up, which I found very odd, because I was expecting this to be, a nightmare, this stupid, what do you call it, multi-level marketing thing that was freaking me out. But actually, it turned out that people were just having conversations, and I was just sharing information with other people. And I'd meet someone who said they had a knee issue, and I said, well, there's this patch thing. And my friend stuck the patch thing on her knee, and her knee got better, and I wasn't even patching it. So this was fascinating. So within 3 weeks, the investment I'd spent on LifeWave before my patches even got here was back in my bank account. And I'm like, okay, I think I better take this seriously. And I've fallen in love with the little green points. So, as you, every time I buy something, there's points. Every time somebody else buys something, there's points. Or anybody else does business, there's points. And it's just this two-stream thing. So suddenly there's all these little green points happening. And I have one of my favorite sayings in life is, a dot and a dot makes a full pot. I've always loved that saying. I found it on a card once, and it just made me realize all you have to do is take the next step. Just take the next step, make the next call, do the next thing, because a dot and a dot makes a full pot. And this is my great excitement with the business, because within about 8 weeks, LifeWave started to pay my rent. In Australia, we pay rent every week, and my rent is $600 every week, Australian dollars. So it's been about February, March, April, May, 4 months now, where LifeWave has actually paid my rent every week, which makes me quite emotional, because I got into this business because I needed a secondary income. When I had all my surgery, if I didn't have the funds that people did for me, the GoFundMe thing that people did to help me out, I don't know where my family would have been. And even on top of that, it put me into $15,000 of debt. And I just got hit with this idea, single income person, I was out of action for 5 months, I've just taken the weekend off, and I opened my account, and I'd ranked up without realizing it. And there was $800 in my account. And that's on a weekend I took off. So this is what LifeWave is doing for me on a business point, plus the community. It is so incredibly supportive. If I'm not available, I mean, last night, Harvey and Merle were doing a support call for my team in Norway. I wasn't there because I was sleeping. Okay. So this is this incredible network of support and love. And I'm blown away by the heartfelt spiritual love and connection. It's not a push company. It's a how can we help you company. And I'm taking what I'm learning from here into the other business that I'm working with, because I think they could benefit so much from this excitement and this joy and this love and this compassion that I'm finding in LifeWave, plus how quickly it's paying my rent, and now it's paying more than my rent. So this is my excitement. So thank you, Merle, for being such a great leader. And thank you, Harvey. Don't think you're there anymore. You might be, you might
No,
not.
I think he's
Yeah.
gone.
You can press up
So,
somewhere.
thanks.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
we
he
have to share
sent a
that
message,
because-
Merle. He put a message there for everybody. Maybe Arlene can read that.
There was a
He was
message.
He's at the gym.
Yeah, I can't find the chat. Yeah, he was at the gym and he was just saying he was very happy and that
So
we
he
would
says,
do
you
very
guys
well.
are doing an amazing job. So proud. I'm at the gym holding myself accountable. Those who are our guests, imagine what would happen to your life if you had the physical and financial health and helping others to do the same. Australia needs you.
Yes.
So, and I remember Eileen joining, and we're going to go into the comp plan now, and saying, I actually need this money to fix my car, but I'm taking the plunge because I've done all the research and my osteoporosis needs these patches more than my car needs the money, and I need to heal my body. And that was in December. And
Yeah,
it's so exciting.
subsequently, I was able to spend $2,000 on my car within a month.
And it's so exciting.
It's very
It's
exciting.
amazing.
Yeah.
So exciting. So plus, I mean, for everybody who's on here and has been on for the whole call, and not everyone has been on for the whole call. If you heard Eileen's story at the beginning, because Eileen has had a cancer journey, she's had heart surgery, she's had all sorts of things, and her health has improved so dramatically that you can watch the recording. We won't go into that again. We're going to go back to the presentation. But that's why we get so excited, because it's the physical and emotional and spiritual and financial side to it. So let's move from that slide. So if you want to join us in the business side of this, how do you do it? So the comp plan is as easy as going manager. Now, I know that there are quite a few managers on this team. They're directors, they're senior directors. So Eileen's a senior director, Elodie's a director, and I think there are lots of managers on here. And did I see another director? No, I didn't. Okay, I thought I'd seen Tarol on here maybe. Right, so the compensation plan, we get rewarded for bringing people into the company. It's called a product introductory bonus, but that is a tiny part of how we earn. In fact, that's kind of the smallest part once you get to know how this amazing comp plan works. We focus on building managers. So when you come in, like Eileen came in on gold, you want to build two teams, two people on your left, two people on your right. So you're in business by yourself. No, for yourself, but not by yourself, because you never by yourself. The leg you come in on, the people on that leg will help you to build that leg. So that will give you more little numbers, which will add to cycle bonuses. Once you go manager, you open up the whole compensation plan, which is on cycle bonuses. And you could earn up to $25,000 a week just from the binary, and that's cycle bonuses. Cycle bonuses are $50. We get $50 every time we have 350 points on 330 points, 330 points on the left and 660 on the right. Well, or whichever leg. For me, it's that way around. For other people, it's the other way. So I think, Eileen, you also right left there.
Yeah, right.
Right is your bigger leg. Elodie too, her bigger leg is right, her leg she's building herself is left, but other people it will be the other way around. So don't let that confuse you when you start, because when you start you go, what on earth are they talking about? They're talking about the numbers and they're talking about this, they're talking about that. But once you're in and you see it in your back office, you'll understand. We build two legs. We've only got two legs, we build two legs. And if you build two legs and you help people go manager, in other words, bring in two on each leg, you are going to succeed and you'll end up being like Eileen, who's got as far as senior director, which is amazing. So we also have something called a matching bonus. Now, this is uncapped. As soon as you are a manager, you tap into the matching bonus. So Amanda and Rosie, they're under you, Eileen.
Yeah.
First line, right. So every time Amanda and Rosie get a cycle bonus, Eileen is going to get 25%. So if she helps you grow your business and you earn $1,000 a week, Eileen is going to get 25%, but not of your money. You're still going to get your $1,000. She is going to get 25% on top of it. Super exciting because we pay to help each other, which is why it's such an amazing team. But also it's what keeps people honest, because in other network marketing companies, people give people away. You don't want to give people away. You want those people that are your friends and your contacts to be directly under you. Now, if they're in your second, if somebody is in your second line, so in other words, the people that Amanda and Rosie bring in, they will be Eileen's second line. Once she's had 6 cycle bonuses in a week, she taps into line 2, and then she gets 20% on all of those people. And it's very exciting when you tap into line 2 because it opens up a whole new level of being paid. And you get 20%, so $10 on each cycle bonus they get, but they still get their complete cycle bonus. And then when you tap into line 3, the same thing happens. It's 20% on line 3, and that's the people that they introduce. So for example, if Nikki was under the people that Rosie had brought in, so she was line 3, then Eileen would make 20% on them. And that is completely not capped, which is why we keep recruiting or sharing, because the more managers you have, the more people are getting cycle bonuses, the more you're going to make on cycle match. A lot of people, those SPDs who match for 25,000 a week are making more than 25 on cycle bonuses. Imagine if you've got an SPD in your organization, in your first line, who's getting 25,000 US dollars a week, you're going to get 25% of that. So you just don't know where that income is going to come from. So how do you get started? So you get started by coming in where you fit in. So we're going to look at 3 of the packs today. The first one is silver. So David Schmidt says everybody should patch for 3 months, but a lot of people don't see results in the first 3 months, or at least not visible results. So they'll say, this is not really working for me. Why didn't I have a result in a week? And it's because sometimes the problems in our bodies take a lot longer to heal. Like Elodie's smiling because she's just seen Kimberly's. And if she had stopped after 3 months, she wouldn't be. And who knows where she's going to be in another year if she keeps patching. She is going to keep patching. Of course, she's going to keep patching. So if you're going to just want to give it a go, then come in on silver. It's $299.95. You'll get 3 sleeves of X39. And then when you're ready to build, you just upgrade to gold. So when you upgrade, you only pay the difference and you get the difference in product. Now, that doesn't happen in many companies. In most companies, the package you come in on, that's your package. And if you want another one, you buy the whole package. Here, we just pay for the upgrade, which is another way that the company make it really easy for us. So I was never going to build. This was just for us. And then Elodie phoned me and was complaining about her shoulder. And of course, we got a patch onto her and she was a one patch wonder. And then I realized that maybe I should be telling some other people, but I was still very slow. Eileen was much faster than me. Anyway, so I started on silver and then upgraded to gold. Eileen started on gold because if she was doing this, she was going all in. And by then she knew what I had done. So she thought, okay, well, I'm going to do this too. On gold, you can get 5 sleeves of X39 for your $499.95. And you also get a supplementary sleeve as a bonus. So you get a free supplementary sleeve. It's worth $69.95. Then if you're really serious, or if you've got a health shop, or it's a pharmacy, or you've got a spa, or you've got something, you would come in on diamond. It's $1,599.95. You get 19 sleeves of X39. The price of your X39 drops to $84 a sleeve. So if you're selling it at retail, you'll make more when if you get on that package. You also get a free supplementary sleeve. And on diamond, you get 3 months that you don't have to purchase for, that you stay active. Plus there's some other, bonuses, but we can talk about that later for anybody who really wants to know. You need to stay active because this is a business, like having a flower shop or a delicatessen or a restaurant or whatever. If you don't move food, you don't move flowers, you don't move clothes, if it's a clothing store, you're not going to make any money. But unlike other network marketing companies, and I was talking last night, my in-laws were in a network marketing company, one of the reasons I was anti. When they passed away, they hadn't been in it for probably over 30 years. They still had crates of product in their garage that they never used because you had to buy all this product and sell it on. You don't have to do that with LifeWave. In fact, I don't keep product to sell. I have a little bit. I can patch people or lend them a sleeve while their sleeve arrives, but I don't sell product. I don't want to be selling product. somebody wants, I'm going to give them a link to either buy as a preferred customer if they don't want to join, in which case I'm going to be rewarded with commission and they are going to get wholesale price, or I'm going to sign them on as a brand partner. Even if they don't think they're going to build the business now, because think about me, I wasn't going to build the business. If I hadn't signed on as a brand partner, I wouldn't have been as high up in the binary as I was. I would have wasted however many months till I really got going. In between, other people came under me, and those people add to my volume, which is incredibly exciting. So to keep your volume until you're a manager, you only need 55 points a month. That's one sleeve of patches. Once you're a manager, you only need 2 sleeves of patches a month to stay active, and that's all the way up to senior presidential director. The company doesn't say, well, you've ranked up, you need to buy more. But saying that, my order arrived yesterday, and my order for the month is 3 sleeves of X39 because there are 3 of us who patch, and I had a couple of sleeves of Eon and a couple of others. So my order is now bigger than a gold pack, but it's happened over time because we use the product and we absolutely love it. And how can I not share? So if I'm out and about or at business networking meetings, I'm usually going to patch somebody with Eon, but I don't necessarily patch tons of people, right? So I share because people really need to experience it, and often you need to use it longer. So I'm kind of doing people a disservice. And as Stephen Merritt said on the training on Saturday night, when you go to your chiropractor, you don't get like a pre-visit to see if it works for you. So he's actually also saying he's not really giving sample patches anymore. So quite interesting. He said, you know, you need to experience it. So we also have a team website called thisisateam.com, and the team website is once you've joined the business, it's got all the business information you need. So how do you onboard? How do you set up your e-wallet? That's how we get paid by the company. We need to set up our e-wallet so the money can go from the e-wallet into our bank accounts. Very exciting. It's got webinars on how to build the business, how to switch your legs in the back office, how the compensation plan works. So everything you need to know on how to build a business is on thisisateam.com. Now, this is a very exciting slide, and if you're in Australia, you're not going to Punta Cana, you're going to Vietnam. So last week, we started working towards the next incentive. We've got 18 weeks, well, it's 17 if we take it from this week, to qualify. The qualifications this time are incredibly easy. And I know that Arlene wants to take her whole team from Australia with her, because the Australian trip is going to Da Nang in Vietnam, which is an incredible city. I've been there, and I can tell you, you really want to go there. And if you're going to go to Vietnam paid for by the company, airfares, etc., you'll want to stay a few extra days because the food is amazing, the country is amazing, it's very reasonable, even for South Africans, and your currency is stronger. So I would be working towards this. If you're in the States, you're working to, or Mexico, you're working towards going to Punta Cana. And if you are in South Africa, our trip is to Morocco, so to Marrakesh. So 3 amazing trips, they're all happening at exactly the same time in November, so that people from around the world who've qualified are all going to be together when the company turns 20. So how amazing is that? And that's why there are 3 trips happening at the same time. So the time is now to make your move. I mean, we've shown you the presentation, we've told you what it's all about, and it's now a case of deciding, well, do I just want to patch? Do I want my health to improve? I mean, maybe our medical issues are not as extreme as, you know, as Kimberly's that Elodie shared, but I mean, Arlene had some major medical issues and things have changed quite dramatically. Mans and Rosie have had, both Rosies, or no, one Rosie hasn't shared, but I know both Rosies have stories. And, you know, it's, so everybody's story is very different. So it's whether you want to come in because you want to see this as a financial solution, but you're still going to discover the power of the patch because nobody is going to not be patching. I can assure you of that. So I have a husband who's a civil engineer. He's very skeptical. He patches every single day without being asked. Now that tells you something, because Arlene will know I've been a life alignment therapist for nearly 30 years. Getting him on my therapy table is almost impossible. He believes in what I do, but he's not going to lie on anybody's therapy table, but he patches every single day. And if there's an issue or something, he's like, what other patch should I be adding? So he uses glutathione and carnosine and, you know, X39 and Eon, and he knows what they all do now. So you know, when you see that, you know that the patches are working. Well, for me, that's like a clear indication that the patches are working. My son goes to gym, he's 20, he does something to his neck, he also patches the X39 every day. He like comes to me with the LifeWave, Mom, I think I need to be patched. And now he's getting really good at telling me where the other patches, you know, where the white patch is working when the tan patch is on the point of pain. So you'll have your whole family patching. You can patch children, you can patch adults, you can patch your parents, your pets, and I
Plants.
think that's about it.
And you
Plants,
can patch your
exactly.
plant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Merle. Thank you very much indeed. Do we have anybody with any questions or anything else they want to ask? Rosie?
How do you patch the plants? Because I'm growing some veggies at the moment and I'm like, oh, I should patch my plants. Do you put it like on them or in the ground or what?
Yeah, I just put the used patch. Once I've finished using it, I just put it on the actual plant because I've got pot plants that had issues. One had been eaten by bugs, so I changed the soil, stuck the plant back in, and you know when you completely change the soil of a plant, it goes into shock. It didn't go into shock, and it's sprouting new leaves. It's actually quite amazing.
So if it sits outside, you just put on the leaf and hope it stays there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm going to do that on one. I've got a whole thing of them. I'll do it on one and see the difference.
I've seen, I think one of the Norwegians did it, and the one plant's like, she's been favoring just the one plant, and the growth from that plant is quite profound.
I saw that too. She did an experiment. So
Yeah.
she had them next to each other, so the same conditions, the same water, the same light, but only one's been getting a patch. You can't believe the difference.
We should definitely do that.
We're definitely doing
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take pictures.
More. Sorry, there was one of the girls started a question, and I don't know whether, I think she sort of like, she said basically that you were saying she's listening to you. Will the patches work because I put it in my shoe?
So, okay, yes, absolutely. Oh, because she said it. Okay, so the question says, one of my people is a question, said it works on light. You said works on light, and then working when they're in shoes. Explain as well. So it's not the light, as I said, it's not the light from the sun that activates them. It's the light from your body. It's the infrared light from your body that activates them. And that's why David Schmidt says you can wear them on top of your clothing, because the infrared light from your body still goes through your clothing. And if you have it in your shoe or under your shoe, you are still going to have the results.
So
See, I think last night I said to people 12 instead of 11, and then I did correct myself on the group, so I see people are still joining. That was my fault.
Thanks, Merle.
Anybody else have a question? Lovely to see you here, Linda, and congratulations on ranking to manager.
So exciting, Linda.
Thank you. And today I'm going to hold my first presentation in Norwegian.
Wow.
Yeah. Well done.
So yeah, thank you. So I think I'll stop by to hear this presentation and to just keep it fresh in mind.
Thank you. It's so lovely seeing you here. It's amazing. I love my Norwegian team. I'm very, very blessed. I've got teams everywhere.
You have. You've got a director in the UK, a director in Norway, manager in Sweden.
And manager in Australia. Yeah.
Oh, managers in Australia, yes.
Yes.
Managers in Australia too.
I was a manager, yeah. And I've got a couple that are very close to breaking through manager in all 3 or 4 continents that I've got footholds in. So we're growing. It's exciting.
Brilliant. It's very exciting.
Great.
To teach me, Arlene.
Yes, tomorrow night for people who want to join us at 7 o'clock, same time as today, 7 o'clock Brisbane time, I think is 10 or 11 o'clock UK and South Africa. We're going to do a question and answer sort of session where Adrian, Oliver, and myself will just handle any questions that are coming up. And we always finish it with looking at any blockages, so emotional issues and everything else like that, or fears. One of our first sessions, we actually we did a whole session on acclimatizing to the American accent and the American way of doing things and unblocking that, because I realized I had an issue, you know, because for me the whole rah-rah factor, and then I realized that was my own personal ceiling and blockage on not allowing myself to get excited, not allowing myself to go for finances and for wealth, not allowing myself to, have that. So when I shifted that blockage, it's so good because I can listen and I can really hear and I can get excited. So we are going to do that tomorrow. So if anybody wants to join us, we'll put the links up again tomorrow as well.
Which is very exciting.
It
And
is.
Eileen has a way of doing. Okay, so Eileen has this. Okay, she's got a bit of a advantage to everybody else because if she draws and listens to stuff, she has almost 100% recall.
Yep.
So she doodles, but her doodling is not like other people's doodles. While she's listening, and she listens to all the trainings and all the everything she misses.
What is that?
It's how I draw.
Oh, word.
So if I'm drawing like this, I have almost 100% memory recall on anything that I listen to. So it's just a way of yeah.
So
And then-
when do you do the drawing afterwards, or what do you do?
while I'm listening. So if I'm studying, then I'm drawing at the
doodling.
same time. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should try that because I'm ADHD. I read about 6 books at a time.
If
And
you fiddle, so while for listening to enhancing memory recall, so I'm like that. I need to fiddle, I need to move. So while I'm on a call like this, my fingers will be moving, or my body will be moving, my feet will be moving. It helps me have absolute focus. If I'm studying, or I make a point every day, I like to research, I like to listen, I like to learn because it expands my knowledge, it makes me feel better. And there's so much to learn out there. So for at least half an hour a day, I will put on one of the videos of the day before, or because I'm in Australia, so you guys are doing things and then I need to catch up. So I'll play the recording, and while I'm playing the recording, I'm drawing, and then I remember. Because it distracts the hands, and then the mind is 100% focused. So it's like studying in a gamma mindset. And you go into that almost tunnel vision, and it's amazing what your mind can do. So if you like to knit or crochet, keep the fingers busy. And then if I've got notes I want to, I just pause, write the notes, and then I carry on drawing. So I do that in all my studies. It's something I learned to do because then I actually study better. Otherwise, I get distracted by everything. Yeah. So it works really well. So I have journals and books, and I'm in the process of designing a deck of cards. I'm going to do a second one because I have so many drawings. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. So
Any other questions?
Good. I'm going to pause and stop the recording.